This is the 10th anniversary of Swang, which is our swing dance party we hold out in the Texas Hill Country. This started when a group of people got together about 10 years ago and thought, well, we want to have this big party out there. And everyone was single and just having fun and learning how to dance. And it has morphed into this huge party that we have every year. Everybody kind of looks forward to it for months. We'll have a barbecue and a potluck. And then we'll have dance lessons later in the evening, and then the band will come on and play for a couple hours.
It looks great. And then he did more contrast on the front. It looks better.
He did. He sharpened that up, did more. Yep.
Ooh, it's spotted.
That's me.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Thanks, Lisa. I sweat. Okay.
What are you doing, Lisa? Hey, happy swing!
So how long have you guys known each other?
So long.
11 years?
11 years.
11, yeah.
I learned to dance at Paul Perry's house, and you were there.
13 years.
13.
2 years. 3 years.
Yep. And how long have you known each other?
Yeah. 3 years or so. Yeah. Yeah, not long.
And we have known each other 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Humans, right? I mean, for a long, long time, have found other humans are the biggest sources of opportunities and threats. Those are the people who can make our lives really good and can make our lives really bad. So I think we're naturally attuned to trying to find where that information lies with people, where we can find useful information about people. That's why when we go into somebody's place, without really thinking about it, we're scanning their walls and their bookshelves and things to try and get information with people. We just, as a social creature, we are intrinsically interested in knowing what others are like because it's really important to do so. And the reason we do that is it allows us to be, other people then become predictable. And then, so there's also research showing that we also want to be known by others. So people tend to be happier, healthier, and more productive when they can get other people to see them as they see themselves.
I'm a nonprofit director, and I am a mom, and I am also an improv performer, and
Karaoke enthusiast.
karaoke, yeah, so I sort of have to, I call it the veil of respectability. I'm always kind of trying to figure out where the veil of respectability needs to, how far down it needs to fall and how much it can come up and who gets to see behind it and those kinds of things.
The way I like to think about it is the stories we tell about ourselves. One researcher, Dan McAdams, uses this term called personal myths. And I like this use of the idea of myth, because he's not saying that what we say about ourselves is necessarily false, but he's saying really the truth or falsity of it isn't crucial. What's crucial is it's this narrative that gives our lives meaning and coherence. For you to really understand that person, for you to connect with that person, to feel you know each other, you'd have to know that that's this story they tell about themselves. And so I think what's really interesting about this is this sort of, sometimes there's this discrepancy between these sort of narratives we tell ourselves, which are crucially important for the construction of the self, and sometimes there's a discrepancy between that and our actual behavior.
I'm myself all the time. I work for myself. If the people don't like me like I am, I don't care. I know lie, I know change, I'm true.
But
so
are you going to be the same with me as you would be with Rachel?
It's my wife.
So what's different?
It's my wife.
Slow, quick, slow, quick. Remember your frame. Remember your arms in the center. Remember to smile.
Thing about dancing that allows people to find a place where they can be themselves is that you can't talk. You know, you can't do the normal way that you communicate with people. You have to rely on other things, and so you're kind of pushed out of your comfort zone in a way that means that that you don't have your normal coping mechanisms at hand, and so it forces you to I think come from a place that's more authentic.
It's the sangria It makes me unmask more than the dancing does.
Makes you
The
just
sangria. The sangria is unmasking.
I don't think it's particularly dancing, but anything that you really love and enjoy doing, if that's what you're passionate about, then you're going to be yourself more than you would be if you were doing something you didn't enjoy doing.
Listen, people, come on now.
10 years.
Yay. Check it? No, just a check it? Her eyes look so big.
Nice, Amy. I'll take that.
What are we going to say? Yay.
Go, go,
There are many things we try and do to become more authentic, whether it's dance or getting in some kind of trance or some kind of meditative state or something. Certainly drinking alcohol does it. In many of these conditions, it may be really trying to become more authentic in terms of being more immediate, which is like taking out this buffer.
For me, it's just spinning. I mean, you can just spin the crap out of things, and like, how can you not? It just makes you get to that giddiness, and it's kind of euphoric.
And with us, it's like an extension. So we've been dating about as long as we've been coming to Swang.
Yeah, we came here pretty much like a month after we started.
Right. So, like dancing here, and I guess dancing in general, has also been like an extension of us sort of figuring ourselves out, figuring the unit out. Yes. The Lindsay and Fritz thing.
Well, and it's sort of a clear, expression of sort of our dynamic in general. I keep the beat, and you add the improvisation.
Yes, dear.
But in general, at first he wants to please you and get to know you and assume intimacy and walk it back if he needs to, but that there are, when you dig a little deeper and take time to talk, there's lots.
This is why I date her. She's figured me out pretty good.
A little bit.
I do think that movement can show something about yourself and tell a story about yourself that maybe you can't articulate verbally, one can't, that can really tell us about each other. And maybe because we haven't done it before, maybe because we're not trying so hard, it happens more naturally with movement.
And I think the music too, the music's really playful. The kind of music that we listen to and that we have at Swang is really playful, and it has so much energy that it's pretty irresistible.
Person that is cutting up and having fun, not due to too much to drink. When you see the person just cut loose because they're truly having fun, they're loving the music, the atmosphere is good, they feel comfortable, they're totally in their comfort zone. It's totally real. It's the real person. It's our treat, it's my treat to see that, to bring that happiness, or to see someone just cut loose, that normally wouldn't.
This is how you've really made the connection as a band, and seeing that we're doing really good.
Oh dear. Morning after. Come on, Megs.
All those regrets.
What is the real you, right? So let's say, you say you're one way, and I say you're another way. How do we determine that? What is the answer? And you may, I suppose from a sort of a philosophical perspective, it may not be important, but from a scientific perspective, when we want to know, okay, do you have better insight to you, or do I have better insight to you? Then it's pretty hard to figure out.
The people that I work with in making dances, that are just I'm saying not trained performers, they definitely, after they performed, are a different way with me than they are before. It's like we've come through the fire together. And I know things about their lives now that, you know, I'll know forever. Like we'll be friends, I hope, for the rest of our lives. And we'll have shared something that will always connect us.